On September 11th, 2001, Chef Franco Lania was trapped inside the collapsing South Tower. He escaped with his life but lost his sense of purpose until he found salvation in a very unexpected place. His kitchen. We have the chef this morning with us talking about remembering 9/11 24 years later and about your journey. Thanks for taking the time today.
Thank you. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Cincinnati. I'm glad to be here.
Talk about what you remember that day, if you would.
For me, it was kind of a coincidence. I had just come back from Italy and training and abroad, studying in Italy as a chef. And my Department of Health and Mental Hygiene certificate was expired. So the company I was working for set me up to take the examination up in the World Trade Center. And what I remember is like pretty much like everybody else. It was a gorgeous day, pretty much like a gorgeous day like it is here today in the tri-state area of New York. And you would never imagine, never could fathom that what was about to unfold. So I went through the whole process of being evacuated out of the Second World Trade Center via the stairwell. It was a horrific event just trying to get out of the World Trade Center. This was right after the first World Trade Center was hit by an airplane. They started to evacuate us out of the Second World Trade Center. And by the time I got to the street, the world had changed. The inferno on the first World Trade Center was just unfathomable, and what the things that you saw and you heard was just unfathomable. And then as we're standing there looking at the building we just walked out of, the plane came and smashed directly into the building we literally just walked out of seconds ago. So I went on a downward spiral in terms of my career, like it was kind of pointless, and all this stuff and all these things I was doing, and all these great recipes and chefs and restaurants through the United States, abroad in Europe, really was pointless. It just didn't seem to have any value in terms of what just occurred here and what these men and women were doing to try and save those that were in the building and those that were suffering. So I went on a downward spiral, and I kind of went back to the fundamentals of cooking. I could care less about making something fancy, something intricate. I just went back down to the fundamentals of cooking, which is chopping, washing, buying the ingredients, so on and so forth. And that kind of invigorated me and brought me back to life a little bit. Because I know when something happens in our lives and we have a breakup or we have a moment like a 9/11, the last thing we want to do is cook something for ourselves, right? That goes right out the window. And then we can't think of a plan or orchestrate a way out of the dark cloud that came into our life because we don't have the nourishment. So I was telling people, and I was doing it myself. Just if you don't want to go to a supermarket when you don't feel good, you really don't want to go food shopping. So try to get yourself to the supermarket. Stay away from the center portions of the supermarket. Stay on the periphery and just grab yourself an onion and say a piece of chicken. This is like a recipe that I came up with real quick. And you can saute the chicken breast real fast, chop the onion, throw it in there, put a quarter cup of water, forget about the fancy alcohol and the wine and all that stuff, cover it. And within about 10 minutes, you open it up and those aromas will enliven you and kind of get you back to eating something good that can help you get your head orchestrating a plan and a way out and feeling good again. And that's what my cooking inspiration book is all about. So I'm glad that you had me on here to talk about it. And 9/11 is a solemn day. It's a solemn day for me too, but there is help out there, and cooking could be a way to help people through a day like this.
And don't you feel just getting back to basics, as you've mentioned, after something so horrific, in fact, saved you, but for a lot of other people, life changed after 9/11, and getting back to the simplicity of just enjoying life and being thankful for it?
That's exactly it, because you don't know when your number's up. You don't know when something catastrophic like this is going to happen, and it's the little things in life that we overlook and don't really enjoy when we're chasing our goals and chasing our dreams and trying to rock out our career. And we get all busy, and it's those little things that actually ground us and make us sane and keep us grounded and help us get through difficult moments. And cooking could be a great part of that if you look at it from a fundamental point of view. And that's what I kind of put into the book for people to read. I think it'll be very helpful.
Talk about where people can pick this book up if they do want to order it, and get a little reflection on what you experienced that day.
Okay, the book will be on my website, which is francolania.com. It'll be on Amazon. It should be out by the holidays, so the book isn't available yet, but definitely by Christmas, the book will be out there. And when it comes back out, I'd love to come back on the show and actually go through the book with you. It'd be wonderful.
Yeah, we'd love to have you, of course. You're in New York City right now. Talk about what you hope people, my kids for that matter, who weren't here during 9/11. Talk about just, a thought that you hope is passed along to the next generation as we close this interview.
I think the next generation should truly understand and realize what happened there that day. I mean, the world really did change forever. Travel changed forever. I think trust in our government changed forever. I think a lot of things changed forever, and that the people that perished there were just like me and you, or just like our children. They were just doing their daily activity, going to work, again, chasing their dream and their career. And you need to savor every moment of life. And a day like 9/11, a remembrance of such a horrific event, is a way to ground people and for children to understand that life is precious, and they should also, though they're young, they should also appreciate it and cherish it as well.
Well said, Chef. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today. We appreciate it. Of course, we'll be back in 2.5 minutes right here on the Morning Extra.